Let's say that you wanted to mail merge a document from a form that you could collect data from on the web. So it's going to be a couple different steps involved. The first step is going to be involved in creating your form. So you go to your Google Docs documents, and then you want to do create and then create a form. So I generally like to create a form where I input a couple different things. One of them I like to put the student name. So I would say first name, and from there I don't put any help text, and it's just a text question. And you can also title the form however you want. So I might be do something like, maybe I'm going to do a rubric where I have a couple different skill sets that I'm looking for, and each skill set I have a scale of, say, 1 to 4, or bad, average, good, that I want to identify, and then from those create the same response. But I like to make it more personalized. So I might say scoring rubric for assignment number 1. So that's going to be my title. And this is really for me, or maybe I'm going to disperse it to somebody else. So the first thing, so I put their first name, and I want to come and edit my other sample question too. And so maybe I'll put last name. You could put it in one name if you'd like, but then I'm going to have to split them up generally to do my nice email mail merge. So then I'm going to duplicate that last name, and the part I want in there is email address. And so that is going to be the email address to which I'm going to send the email. So I can do that if I want to collect information maybe in the field, or if I'm walking around the class and want to send it to my students, I might put their email address in there. Or I can just put it to myself if I want to email everything to myself. And so from there, maybe I have another question that I'm going to use to change whether I use he or she or his or hers. So I need to know the gender that I'm talking about. And from there I can create kind of use the built-in functions to populate certain things. So I ask for the gender, and then maybe the next thing I want to talk about is so that's the information I'm going to collect about the person, and then now it's going to be about the skills that I'm looking at. So I might say like rubric, or maybe I'll just do skill number 1. And let's say I'll look at 3 different skills. So I'll duplicate that and do 3 different times. And so I have skill 1, skill 2, and skill 3. So I duplicate it, and then here I'm going to go through and edit. This is going to be my skill number 3, and then I need to edit this one to be skill number 2. And I also like to make all of these required, but you don't have to make them required. So maybe I don't want to, I have one too many, so I'll delete this one. So now I have a form that I've created for my web. So it's just going to be scoring rubric for assignment number 1. I could put myself some help text in there or talk about what it is. Maybe I'd list out what assignment number 1 is. And then I go through and I have first name, last name, email address, gender, and then skill 1, 2, and 3. So skill 1, 2, and 3 is where I'm going to fill out in the field or when I'm walking around in the class, and just put a quick assessment down. And from there I want to generate different comments. Okay, so that's how I can create the form. And so the nice thing about the form is what I want to do is once I hit save on that, so that's going to save my form. And from there, I'm actually going to have a spreadsheet that's associated with it. And I can also click on the form key at the bottom to see what it looks like this is what it's going to look like from the web. And if I want to, I can change some information on there, but that's what it's going to look like for creating my form.